one side, no sirree, Bob. What do I see coming over the hill? That's right, it's the red pieces. Wow, they move like water. They go with the flow. They are stunning. That's right. Stop warming up that applause, because they're gonna need it. Give them your love. That's right, the red team. I have to say, I need to do better than that. Ladies and gentlemen, go berserk for the red team. That's very low. It's very hard. But what good are pieces when they are not on the board? So I think it's time to start meeting our pieces. What do you guys think? What do you guys think? In that case, without any further ado, let's meet the royal families from each side, our kings and queens. Stunning. Look at them go. Beautiful. Next up is the clergy of it all. A massive round of applause, ladies and gentlemen, for your bishop! Yeah! That's right, the bishops represented this year by our Tin Men. Big round of applause if they only had a heart. And that's right. I heard rumor that chivalry was dead. Well, let me tell you, on this day, chivalry lives here in this place. On this day, go wild for your knights! Next up, elegance, poise. That's right, go mad for your and last, but certainly not least in my heart, I want every single one of you to dig deep and give a massive cheer for today's Yes, fly, my pretties, fly! Yo, hey, back it up! Save it for the match! Save it for the match! Save it for the match!
Save it for the match!
That's what I'm talking about! Now, those of you that have been here before know that we like to start our chess game with a couple of special moves ourselves. So I got nothing else to say except DJ, hit that track! Some of the best chess moves I've ever seen. Hot diggity damn. Two more people to introduce you to. One is our very own homegrown chess grandmaster. Go absolutely bananas. pieces for Chris. And we've got one more special guest. That's right, we're playing a game today that you have not seen yet, and that game was played by no other than John himself. Give him a wave, John.
That's right, everybody. I love looking at games of chess. Today we've been over the evergreen game, a famous, timeless game of chess. But now I'm about to see, I love this. I don't know what's coming out. It's like spur of the moment stuff.
So, without any further ado, ladies and gentlemen, are you ready for chess?
Yes,
I said, are you ready for chess? Are you ready for chess? In that case, let us begin. We're gonna start off with the white pawn on E2. Moving 2 steps forward to land on the E4 square, 44.
Okay, everyone. Fantastic. Now, not only are we going to enjoy our actors on the stage doing a fantastic job in their outfits, but if you want some education, check up on the giant screen, because we're about to, up there, I mean really about to, around about now, yes! Okay, you can see the moves as they take place. I have never seen these moves before. We're going to speed this up. Pawns in the middle, brilliant idea. Let's keep going.
Let's go. So red are going to respond. We have a pawn on the C7 square. They're going to take a single step forward. Pawn C6. Oh, I love it. I love it.
Well, we have not seen that today so far. The black is about preparing to advance their deep into squares. This is the carrot pawn defense. Let's keep going.
Next up, we've got the white pawn in front of the queen. They are going to take 2 steps forward and land on D4. Pawn D4. And the red team seeing this think, damn, that's a good idea. I want to get my queen's pawn forward too. And they do. That's right. The red pawn on D7 moves to D5.
Very good stuff. The centre is the most important part of a chess game. And in the opening, you want to get your pawns in the centre. We have done just that here.
Stunning opening by both sides. And I think the blood is in the water. For we have a pawn on the E4 square. And this pawn is looking for blood. Pawn takes pawn. D5. Boom! I don't care where you come from. That is gonna hurt. Sad state of affairs for the Munchkins here. That is for sure. But we will not stop there, for we have a red pawn on the C6 square, and they are ready to get revenge. Boom! C6 takes D5! How tears turn to bloodshed.
Absolutely right. Black could have taken that with the queen, but we don't want to bring the queen out too early. We've got the pawns in the centre. That's where they should be.
We have a lovely pawn, a lovely white pawn on C2, and they are about to charge forward 2 steps to land on the most explosive square, C4. Boom!
Wowee. Okay, we've got to start getting our knights and bishops out very swiftly, but for now, more challenging of that pawn centre.
And that is very true. As red starts to develop their knights, we have a knight. You see, we have this beautiful knight on D2. They're going to gallop into the fray. That's right, knight D2 to E4.
Wow. Lots of chit-chat in the centre of the board, but putting that aside, we have the knight in a fantastic square. Look at that. When it's on the edge, it doesn't control as many squares. When it's in the corner, just 2 squares, but when it's in the middle, that's 8 different opportunities for the knight. Loving that knight in the middle of the board.
How will red respond with a fine, and I mean this, a fine queen move, a simple step forward and to her right. That's right, queen on G6 moves to F5! Oh, stunning, my queen!
Very nicely done, but probably not with a great deal of purpose.
Next up, we're going to see a simple, lovely, sequential, beautiful bishop move. That's right, the bishop on the white squares is going to take one step back and to their right, capturing the little pawn that could. That's right, bishop captures pawn, D3.
What the? Stick to your squares, everyone. Bedlam on the chessboard. I love those directions, Scarecrow. Now you will have noticed that is only possible because the white knight on E4 blocks the protection of the queen to that pawn. And now, oh wow, 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 wow. Look at the giant, the board up there, everyone, because there is a very dangerous threat here. There is a chance of a discovered attack. If the white knight was to move away anywhere, it would be attacking the red queen. Whoa. So for example, the knight could go to F6 or D6, even if it was giving itself away and unleashing a discovered attack against the queen. So guess what? I'm thinking the queen may be on the move yet again.
Sounds good to me, and correct you are. There's a reason why you're a chess grandmaster. The red queen is going to take a couple of steps to her left. Red queen moves from F5 to H5.
The problem is, the queen is taking all the glory, and really, the red side could have done with some more development. I think, you know, it's not all about one piece, you know.
It is true, she is glorious. Let's see if it pays off for the red team. We're going to see a nice, oh I mean this, a nice check here. That's right, we have a delightful, our white knight on E4, zooming down to F6, delivering check yourself before you wreck yourself. How are you feeling about that side?
Okay, everyone, now.
Indeed, there's no place like home.
That wasn't home, but there's no place like that square right now, because now that knight is doing a couple of super duper things, and I'm going to ask somebody in the audience now, does anybody know what we call it in a game of chess? Is there anyone young? I'm going to walk around. I don't get the chance
I
to
heard an I know over here.
Wait, hang on, he hasn't even heard the question. Okay,
he knows, though,
okay,
he
here
knows.
it is. Can you tell me what the lottery numbers are going to be tonight? Good, do we know what that's called? It's a four-letter word beginning with, change that. What am I going to say? Does anybody know? It's something you might eat your dinner with.
A spoon!
It is a spoon. That is not 4 letters, Scarecrow.
Okay, that's fair enough, that's fair enough.
It is absolutely a fork. We have forks, pins, and skewers. We're going to get all of those in the course of the game. But for the moment, that knight is attacking the king, hence its checks, and the queen. But, and this is what you're all wondering, surely that knight has just given itself away.
Oh, silly Billy.
Right, let's see what happens here.
That's right. It's true there are no small rolls and no weak pieces. It's time for this fine pawn to show their quality. That's right. The pawn on G7 captures the white knight on F6. Kapow!
No, that's the spot of overacting there. Go on. Right, now, we all know what's going to happen here, don't we? Please say yes.
I sure hope I do. That's right. What is going to happen is we're going to see another aggressive pawn move. The pawn on E5 will take the pawn on F6. Kapow! enough now, so early. Off you roll.
That was harsh. However, although it's the pawns that got involved in the action, you will notice again, drawing your attention to the chessboard up on the screen, we have now opened up the yellow brick road, also known as the E file, is now completely open with the white rook there and the uncastled black king still in the middle of the board.
Stunning move, stunning move.
The knight on E7 is not fought, it is pinned.
Ahaha! Seeing how powerful a rook on a free column is, we see the red rook on H8 is going to take a simple step to their right, landing on G8.
Okay, now the action is truly heating up on the chessboard because, sure, the knight on E7, which was attacked by the pawn, was not able to move because that would have put itself into check, an illegal move. However, instead, the rook has moved to G8. Now, that is putting pressure on that pawn on G2, which is also pinned, of course, which means the knight on F3, which might previously felt being protected, is not effectively really being done.
Stunning move indeed, but not to be outdone by that move. We have a white rook that thinks, gosh darn it, I want to move as well. That's right, rook A1 moves to D1. Bellissimo.
Okay, things are getting really exciting now because we can see white has eyes in the center of the board towards E7, towards D7, and particularly towards that black king, whereas the red pieces have got their eyes set on the white king, the pawn on G2, the pawn on F2, and currently hanging on prees, undefended, is the knight on F3. Wow, let's see what's
Stunning move, truly a stunning move. And as our Grandmaster said, this poor knight here is not as defended as they think they are. That's right, the Red Queen sweeps in, taking a poor knight.
Oh no. Okay, a super tempting move, but actually probably not the best move because what you're about to see now is truly amazing, and this is why this game is referred to as the evergreen, a timeless game of chess. Super duper.
It is true that sometimes in your life you must sacrifice pieces. And white has decided to do a classic in the game of chess. That's right, they're going to sacrifice the rook! Rook E1 is going to capture E7!
The rook is now checking. Oh, come on, pulling the tail, that's humiliation. That is harsh, seriously. So, the rook is now checking the king, but there are choices. Do I go to the right? Do I go to the left? Or should I, of course, just capture that rook? Well, I wouldn't go to the square F8 because then we all know what that means. The rook can move away to
tournament here.
Anything could happen. Let's find out what will. So you see, we have a fine knight here. They're going to make a very versatile move. That's right. White knight on B1 moves to D2.
A very sensible developing move. And if only a red bishop of the minor pieces.
We're almost there. Is there going to be some sort of phenomenal bishop development? You better bet there is. That's right. We're going bishop on C8. It's going to move to B7. Bishop B7.
Okay, now a lot of chess involves visualization. Imagine there was no red or black knight on C6 and no white knight on F3, then black would have an incredibly dangerous threat of the queen descending down to G2 to deliver checkmate. So there's some buts at the moment though. Wouldn't be doing that. So for example, if the king went to F8, let's try and visualize this. The rook could drop back to the square E3, for example, unleashing a check from the bishop and then able to capture the queen in the same way that the pawn on G2 is not able to, because it's
pinned. So what will the Red King demand? The Red King will demand that their knight, their fine knight, will gallop in and capture the rook. The knight on C6 captures the rook on E7.
Right, everybody, listen carefully, because we have not only got the main game for you, but we've also got a possible deviation, an alternative ending to the game.
That's right, alternative reality could be ours this day.
But I think what we're going to do is we're going to show you how the game really occurred in the first instance, and then if anyone next time around wants to see the alternative possibilities, and I've got one special one of my own as well, which nobody knows. So we're going to show you what really happened in this game. So right now, everybody look at the position. At the moment, that pawn on G2, well, is under attack from the rook, the queen and the bishop in particular. The queen was looking to defend down there, descend down there and deliver checkmate. But of course, it is white's turn, and we now see an absolutely stunning move.
That's right, it may be a classic to sacrifice the rook, but watch this, ladies and gentlemen, we have a gorgeous, gorgeous lady making a gorgeous, gorgeous move. Queen moves to D7, check! And surely this is going to be a tense moment for our Dorothy right now, being stared down by the wicked witch of the West.
Well, okay, we're in check. Seems to me there's only two choices. Take it or leave it. Often a choice in life, of course. Now, if the king was to nudge one square to the left or to the right as we are looking to F8, then either the bishop or the queen could capture the knight, and that would be curtains. Checkmate to the black king. So really, there is no choice but but to accept the offering.
And
is
so
going to go now.
the Red King does. Our Dorothy this day vanquishes the Wicked Witch of the West. That's right, the Red King on E8 captures the White Queen on D7. Is it over here for White? There we are.
Oh yeah, the red side is celebrating, but possibly a tad too early. Because, whoa, look at them, actually. I look at this now and I think, you know what? This was a pretty nifty game of chess. Because what white does now is something absolutely stunning.
That's right.
To turn the tables and not allow black any of the...
I'm playing black, so I've only got a king there, and you've got a king. You know how to check that you can there. A lot of children find this hard, the checkmate for the king and the queen. And there's a technique we need to learn, which I covered in the lesson. Oh, hello! John, hello! Extremely busy. When you're in chess,
gave me a fine brain, became the best for themselves. For you see, they demand that the bishop on the F5 square lose from D3 to the F5 square, offering check to the Red King, Bishop F5!
Okay everyone, this is absolutely crucial because the bishop has moved to the F5 square to give check, but also uncovered has been the rook on D1, so the rook is also giving check to the king. Now I'm wondering here whether any of our boys and girls in the audience knows what it is called when you give a check with two different pieces.
Double attack. Double check.
Double check, that is spot on.
That's right, I like a single check, a double check. That's right, double check.
So the problem is, you might think, well, the bishop's checking me, I'll take that, like with the queen or with the knight. No, you can't do that, because the rook's checking. So you go, I'm going to take it with the queen, I'm going to take the rook with the queen, but then the bishop's checking. So unfortunately, the only way to get out of a double check is to move your king out of the way.
And so we will see our Red King do exactly that. Our Dorothy will truly think there's no place like home and return to her starting square. That's right, Red King to E8. King E8.
Okay, now this is where we're going to get super technical. I don't know if we're allowed to do this up on the screen, but if we had that king boogie on back to D7 for now, going back one move, and we say, well, were there any other opportunities available? Well, no, D8 no, C8 no, D6 double no, but there would have been a possibility on C6. And if the king had moved to C6, then the bishop on F5 could have zoomed down to the square currently occupied by the king, D7, and that would have been checking the king, protected by the bishop. And I talked to you earlier about those raking bishops. The light square bishop controlling, guess what? The light squares, the dark square bishop controlling the dark squares, and that would have been checkmate. So I'm afraid the king has had no choice but to return home.
And surely this is is going to be a fine move. I mean, look at them. The red team are up so many points, right?
You know what? Okay, let's see. I think, boys and girls, chess is so good for you, but it's also very important to pay attention to your maths classes at school.
Yep.
Now, let's see. Can we even do a brief count of pieces? Well, I've never asked a question like this before.
Let's
but
find
at
out.
the moment, I am telling you that they've both got 2 bishops. Black has an extra knight. Black has an extra rook. Black has an extra queen.
What?
That's quite a lot.
That is like 1,000,001 points.
Not quite 1,000,001, but quite a lot.
Really
okay,
close.
your pawn is in white's favour, but mainly it's all going with black on the material piece count at the moment.
And I am a material girl. Let's find out who works for us material girls. Maybe not. For you see, our fine bishop here is going to make an absolutely stunning move. The bishop is moving forward to land on the D7 square, offering check. Beautiful.
Oh dear, right, okay. That bishop, of course, is immune to capture because it is protected by the rook on d1. If only the queen had the opportunity to take the rook, that would be what we call a back rank checkmate, as well as the rank checkmate friend on g2. The kiss of death checkmate. Lots of checkmates could be going black's favour, but unfortunately, it is black. The red pieces are in check and has to get out of check. Only 2 choices, but I'm afraid whichever choice the king makes, the outcome is going to be the same.
Oh la la, and so our king, decides to move. Just a simple step. That's right, a step to the F8 square. King F8!
Now, do you know what? I think this is the best choice, because if the king had gone to d8 instead, then white could have taken the knight with either the pawn or the bishop.
Ow.
And that would have been checkmate either way. But by going king the other direction to f8, white has the opportunity to go wrong should they choose to do so. Now, you wouldn't really choose that of your own accord, but let's see what's going to happen. But I'm going to tell you, if the pawn takes the knight now, the pawn, because it's transferred, means the king could nip down to g7 to escape the checks.
Fantastic, let's hope that happens. Shall we find out? I said, shall we find out? In that case, we see a piece so far away, it might as well be on another board. That's right, we have got the bishop on a3. It's gonna zoom all the way across the board, landing on the e7 square, capturing the knight and offering checkmate.
secondo me mai fotografare. Bene, Cross, adesso questa c'è la moneta che la faccio di
Yeah, it is. It's like correct.
And how is 24? Away? Non deve essere